Thanks everyone for dialing in. We'll do 15 minutes here. First 5 minutes for live, then the rest embargoed for tomorrow. Put up your hand or shout if you want to ask your questions to Mark or Damien. And there's translation available as well for any local media. That's us. Yeah.
Can I hear it?
Yeah.
Aidan's cooking the dinner.
There's a
We have a hand up from
Owen.
Owen. Owen, unmute yourself. Let's see your face.
Hiya, how's lads? Sorry, I didn't know. I thought there was people there.
They're just very
Just
shy.
first,
Owen.
Damien. All right. First, how are you fixed?
How are we fixed?
Yeah, injury-wise, or is everyone okay?
Sean Gannon's suspended and Dean Williams has a slight issue, but outside of that, everyone's fit and available for selection.
I mean, I'm sure you've had plenty of time to review video of them. What do you make of Zurich?
Oh, listen, it's a very difficult task. It's as hard a game as you can get, but I hope I'm speaking on behalf of Mark and the players. It's a task that I'm relishing. I can't wait. All we've done in the league for 2.5 years, I think, has been upsetting people and upsetting the apple cart, and now it's time, I guess, to take that to Europe and to the rest of the world. Similar to maybe this game made me think of Brian Carroll them years ago, massive underdogs, underage teams in Ireland, and you just take it to them. So if we can channel half of what Brian used to bring to underage Irish teams, we'll be doing all right.
Yeah. Do you use what Brian would have said to you back in those days yourself, do you?
Absolutely, I'm a disciple of Brian. I'm a disciple of many of the managers I've had. So listen, the guys will be ready to go, I hope, tactically. And then it's, I guess, about giving them belief. Again, I hope we can do that, because belief is a massive thing. And then obviously just motivating them emotionally. And Brian was brilliant at all three of them. So, like I said, coming away to Europe and being a massive underdog, all I've thought about really for the last couple of days is what Brian did with the Irish teams back in the day. So like I said, if we can tap into any of that, we'll be doing all right.
Good stuff. Thanks, Damien. Best of luck.
Thanks, Al.
Aid?
Hey, David. Hear me okay?
Yep.
Yeah. Just Steve Bradley spoke before the game against Sparta Prague, Damien, about how big a challenge it was and getting the players to accept that it is a lift in standards, a lift in levels from the previous team, but also to meet that. Is that a similar conversation you have to prepare them for? It is going to be a higher level than the previous round, but also you can't just back off from the challenge.
Yeah, well, here the one word that jumped out at me there was standards, and I'm probably getting my team talk for tomorrow night at 5 o'clock on Bray Beach on Sunday night. So listen, the lads know what task is in front of them. There's a lot of top quality players. They're a Swiss institution. They've won the league many times. They're a massive club, but it's not a time to be scared. It's a time to absolutely embrace the occasion, embrace the game. And like I said, I hope I'm speaking on behalf of the players, because if you tiptoe into action tomorrow night, you'll be in for a long night.
Just on them, and I know you're focused on yourselves, Damien, but where is their threat? Is it through the middle? Is it out wide? Is it set pieces? Is it everywhere? Where are their threats?
Oh, listen, they have an awful lot of attacking ability, I'd say. Like I said, we've watched all the recent games. They obviously started their season the other day, so you'd like to think maybe we're up and running an awful lot longer than them. Their new manager's in since mid-April. He has a certain way of playing, but they have an awful lot of attacking quality, let's say. And if you're anyway disconnected as a team, or press individually, or sleep, or you think you're alright, you actually won't be alright. So it's a brilliant test, and I just can't absolutely wait for it.
And just the last one for me, Damien, I don't know, you might have got to see Rovers last night, you might have been travelling or doing your own work, but it was quite similar to a lot of games, and Stephen Bradley referred to it after. They had a chance to go 1-0 up. Neil Farrugia had an open goal from a mistake by them. Took too long, missed it, and they scored soon after. So Stephen referenced the fine margins. Is that something that you reference as well, in terms of you might only get one to your players, you might only get one chance, and you just absolutely have to stick it away?
Oh, listen, life is a game of fine margins. Yeah, I had it on the background whilst watching Zurich. It's all I've done for the last 7 days is watch Zurich. So yeah, listen, they missed opportunities, and you'd say maybe they give away poor goals, but the tie is still open. Stephen is a brilliant manager. They have brilliant players. Granted, it's a difficult task to go away, but yeah, I guess they missed their moment, but that's life.
Right, thanks, Amy. Let's look. Thank you.
And for Marky.
I'm happy to sit and listen.
Any local questions? Any more?
Yeah, can I just jump in and ask Mark a few questions?
Yeah.
I don't want to leave you there, dude. I don't want to leave you there being quiet. What did it mean to you, being, like, with all due respect, a game in Gibraltar probably wasn't what you dreamed of going into Europe in the first place, but now, like, this is the big deal.
Yeah, I actually said that to the gaffer. I feel there might be a bit more of a buzz, and that's no disrespect to St Joseph's, but when you come to a place like this and you see the infrastructure around here, it does sort of feel a lot more like Europe. And I think when you think of the work that we've done over the last 3 years, this is what you want to be in, and this is what you want to play in. So we're very excited for the challenge ahead and looking forward to it.
Yeah. What's it mean for you personally just to be in Europe? I mean, I'm sure you watched plenty of games down through the years.
Yeah, no, it's quite surreal, but I think it's what you work towards, isn't it? When I look back now and at the amount of work I put on over the last couple of years to get to this moment, it's just about embracing it now and looking forward to the challenge and testing yourself against what deemed better players, that better leagues. So it's just really about looking forward to the challenge now and a lot of pride.
Yeah. Do you take inspiration from previous ones, or like just what puts that belief in you that you can go further again?
Yeah, look, you definitely take a bit of belief from St Joseph's and getting through the first round. But I think a lot of it comes down to knowing the work that we've put in. I don't think confidence is gained just by speaking or saying stuff. It's from doing the work and putting it in on the training ground. It comes from the gaffer, the staff, the work they've put in, and we've got a game plan we believe in. We've got a lot of quality in the squad, and we all believe in each other. So I think that's really what it's down to.
Good stuff. Best of luck, Mark.
Thanks.
There's Paul Fennessy, I think, has his hand up.
Yeah, can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, I suppose question for the two of you, where does this rank in terms of game in your career? Where do these two sort of ties rank?
Want to go first, Marky?
Yeah, look, first of all, I think the FA Cup final was obviously a huge occasion, and it was one that was extremely disappointing at the end of, but it's one you look back on and think, yeah, it was a massive occasion. For me, that's probably tops it. To be leading your team out into a game like this, it's a massive moment for me. But to play a team of the quality of Zurich abroad, in Europe, it's huge. So yeah, it probably is the top for me, yeah.
Yeah, here I'd be similar to Mark. I'd echo that. It's a cup final, and I did reference it the other day. It's probably the most beautiful cup competition in the world. When we got there with Derry, your domestic cup, the romance of it, nothing can beat it. But at the same time, it takes 4 games to get to the Aviva Stadium, whereas we're sitting here in Zurich. We've took Shelburne to mainland Europe, and it's took us 2.5 years to get here. So it's not something we take for granted, and it's not something that we're going to take lightly tomorrow night. It's not here for a holiday. We were offered to become here for 6 o'clock, the staff, 5:30, 6 o'clock, staff and players to have a stadium walk around and, I don't know, take photos and what have you. No, that's holiday stuff. The guys are coming here at 6:45 training, we get out here. So that type of mentality isn't welcome at Shelburne. So what Mark and many of the players, all of the players that are here have done is incredible, and it's took 2.5 years to get here. So they should be very proud of themselves.
Yeah. Do you think it's, I suppose, important for the perception of the League of Ireland that our teams do well here?
Of course, I mentioned it, I referenced it last week when we were playing St. Joseph's home and away. You're representing Shelburne, of course. You always represent your family, your friends, your wife, your kids, but you're representing the league. You are, and you represent your country. So here I was emotional in both games because that's the way I look at it. And tomorrow night and next Thursday, we're representing an awful lot of people. And a lot of people outside Shelburne, your country. We're Irish people. Granted, we've guys from around England and Scotland, but they're Celtic blood, and some of them are adopted Irishmen. So now we want to put in a good show, but it's not to put in or put on a gallant effort and go, oh, well done, and ifs and buts. No, it's, yeah, we're massive underdogs, but we absolutely are aiming and planning to get through to qualifying round 3. It's as simple as that. It's not, somebody referenced to me yesterday, a free hit. Again, it's a poor phrase, I don't like it. It's not a free hit. It's a 2-game tie, and we absolutely believe in planning and getting through.
And just finally, can I ask Damien, Armstrong, Occo Flex, obviously is part of their squad. Is he someone that you would have been familiar with or worked with in your time at Celtic?
Yeah, I worked with Armstrong at Celtic with the reserves and with the first team. I treated him exactly the way I treat Mark. He got 24/7 love, he got 24/7 coach, and I did all his individual clips all the time. Always on his case, he was probably sick of me. But yeah, I give Armstrong a lot, and he gave Celtic a lot. But obviously sometimes in life and in football clubs, pathways are closed, and all credit to him, he went off and he's found his own way. Listen, he's making an impact over here in Switzerland, in a foreign country. So I have a lot of respect for him.
Thanks.
Any more? Last couple? No? Okay. Thanks, guys.